Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Wicked Bloodlines only Super Battle Road stage and how we can beat it no item. So we're continuing our no item tour, which I'm sure as you know is basically just something we're working on, essentially just getting our way through all of the events slowly, no item, and just kind of doing our thing. Now the Wicked Bloodlines team, lots of options, like lots and lots and lots of options. You can go with a lot of leads, and there's actually a lot of better LR, really fancy units than this one. But basically wanted to try out some other units essentially. So we have the physical LR metal cooler, a unit that I think unfortunately is suffering from the only having raw defense at the highest level of content, but it's still really good for a lot of red zones, a lot of SBR, ESBR challenges, etc. He's got good healing, which is very solid. So he's really good from that angle. Then we have the AGL metal cooler, who obviously has a whole bunch of benefits. He can have pretty high defense, he can get hit and build up his defense pretty well. But also on top of that, he has quite a bit of healing himself, and then he also has essentially crit, which is quite good against the Pure Sands category. He's got a very strong ability to perform against them, so that's something that's really honestly quite good, and is something that I would say is probably something really solid overall. So I definitely think that's a good way to kind of manifest or look at things. Then of course alongside that as well, essentially we have some pretty, I want to say, nice picks, like units that I think do quite well in the SBR ESBR environment. So we have Cooler Final Form, the tech one. He raises his attack and defense on his super and causes supreme damage with a medium chance of stunning the enemy. The big thing is that he fires off multiple. He's like a baby version of Strength Full Power Cooler. He launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack, great chance of performing a critical hit when the enemy is stunned. He has an additional attack on defense of 20% with each attack performed up to 50%, and then stuns the attacked enemy when there's an enemy whose name includes Goku as well. So you've got a guaranteed stun, which is pretty important to use correctly in these stages, because Goku appears in 2 of them. So you want to use that correctly. Remember, Goku being there means that he can stun any other unit, which is something that's quite important to kind of use, I guess you could say. Now if we get in trouble, we do have the giant form from good old AGL metal cooler, but other than that it's not too much of an issue. Then we have King Cold, the Super Strike King Cold. He's just a really solid kind of unit to use in these situations for a couple reasons. So he obviously provides some, buff, I want to say, to the Wicked Bloodlines category when HP is relatively high. He also debuffs all enemies, attack minus 25% and defense minus 50, which is pretty good. And he has a medium chance of sealing all enemies when facing a Pure Sands or Hybrid Sands category enemy, where there's an ally whose name includes Frieza attacking in the same turn. So he's got like just a lot of really good SBR kind of based utility. He has the ability to seal, he has the ability to debuff the opposition, he lowers attack and defense on his super attack, and just in general kind of enables, he just kind of enables us to perform really well in this game mode. He does a really good job. He just kind of it really pushes us to do well, and I think that's something that's really important. So I would say overall a really solid addition to the team. I think King Cold does a really solid job. Then we have some of these staples, AGL Golden Frieza and his ability to tank being super duper well known. I think at this point he's just one of those units. You'll see him in pretty much any kind of run, no item, successful, extreme, this, that, anytime that you're basically able to use him to soak up big damage, you're going to use him. There are times when it's not going to work out, of course. You're going to hit below the health threshold, and you're possibly going to sell your run. But generally speaking, most times he's really one of those units that's just intensely reliable and makes him really good. Then we have the physical second form Frieza. I think still the only second form Frieza in the game, the usable one at least, or semi-usable. A great unit, by the way, really solid. It does some good AoE damage and can get pretty far with crits, as long as he's facing an enemy who's in defense down status, which isn't too hard for us to do, considering a lot of these guys have Fear and Faith as a link set, which reduces the enemy's defense. So that does improve him a lot, gives him a lot of flexibility. And yeah, I think overall, to be honest with you, he's just really solid. He doesn't tear up the SBR like maybe he would have back in the day, or he doesn't look as impressive. But when this guy first came out as a unit, as a free-to-play unit, he was like a revelation, because he could do some really good damage, and he was like a good world tournament unit. And I still like to use him from time to time. I think he's quite good in a lot of situations, and I do still enjoy using him. I still think there is a little kind of niche for him as a unit. So yeah, but overall, pretty straightforward time, really good stuff. I think for me, there's not too much else really to focus on. So yeah, just basically a pretty straightforward time. And yeah, at the end of the day, nothing too crazy. So it was a really good team, nice run. I think everything worked well. I don't think there's anything too problematic, and I think we saved ourselves enough really nice units to make a nice different ESBR team. We've got a couple of LRs we didn't use. We've got a couple big boys that we can throw in there. So yeah, I do think that we have the ability to really just kind of do a bit more and try out something a bit different with the ESBR. So yeah, I'm super happy about that. But yeah, otherwise, give me a shout. Let me know what team you're going to run. Let me know what units you're going to use. And just let me know how things go in general. I think overall, it's a pretty fun team. The ESBR is pretty nice. You're facing a lot of pure Saiyans, so it makes it quite fun to do some builds. But yeah, that's basically going to be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. And yeah, I'll definitely be seeing you guys in the next one. So until then, as always, basically take care, stay safe, and yeah, bye.